already planned everything out. They don't even understand that. Because see, what it is they believe in Satan. They believe in the God of, they believe in the the spirits on the left hand side. So basically in their mind they believe that they can override the plans of the Lord. However, the Lord created them to do what they're doing, but yet and still they believe that they can override the plans of the Lord. Like you gotta be crazy in the head top, man. Go on, bro.
And it says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Right, who shall be able to stand? They're not gonna be able to stand against that. You got these guys, you got these you got all these it's the space war thing going on. When the Lord actually comes, they're gonna be thinking to themselves, wow, do we really want to fight this? But the Spirit of the Lord is going to be on them to fight it. And you read 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter. So the Lord is going to propel them to fight anyway. Even though they're not going to want to fight, they still going to have to fight. So that prophecy simply can be fulfilled. You know? Go on.
Can I ask you a question regarding what you're talking about here?
Yeah.
Psalms 27, David, I believe it's King David.
Yes,
speaks about he's praying. I think he's praying to the Most High, and he says, "Hide me in the
pavilion," right?
Psalms 27.
Hide me in the clefts of the rock.
Verse 5.
I'm sure it says that.
Now that was talking about because he went to war. He went to war with I believe he went to war with the Philistines. No, it was from Saul. Right. He went to war with Saul. So his thing was he was hoping and praying that there was a hiding place for him. That's what that's going into. That's going in between the war.
Psalm 27, he said.
Where's Psalms 27?
Yeah, that's going into something else.
Yeah.
Psalm 27.
Yeah.
Sorry to break you. I just wanted you to explain that to me.
No, that's all right. That's all right. You know, but that's going. We don't have to go into that. We'll go into that later on.
Yeah.
You know?
They are talking about something else.
Huh?
I think that was talking about something else.
Yeah, that is talking about something else. Let's not talk about that. Because the Most High is going to hide us in the chariot. That's how we're going to be hiding from this destruction.
Yeah.
They're going to try and hide in the clefts of the rocks or the underground bunkers. You know, that's the difference, you know. So yeah, read on.
It's Isaiah 24 and 21, and it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited.
So that's the end result of the powers that be. The end result of them is that they're going to be, even though they're in the first position of power right now, but it's funny because they're going to be the first ones to be enslaved. And see, to the mass of the people, that's like far-fetched. You can't even see that. But we can see that because we're the prophets of the Lord. All right, the prophets of the Lord had visions, and they understood the visions that was forth to come. So they're going to be the first slaves. Go on, brother.
So it's the book of Matthew 20 and 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last.
Beautifully put.
For many, it's like for many be called, but few chosen.
Exactly. So it says that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So whoever's first now are going to be last later on. That's what's getting ready to be fulfilled on the face of this planet.
Right.
Go on, brother.
These are Psalms 149 and 6, and it says,
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, go on.
Psalms 149 and 6, and it says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people.
Right, and punishments upon the people. Go on.
To bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with feathers of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written.
And you know what's funny about it, right? Because when you check out the original name of the Rothschilds, their original name is known as the Bowers. The apostles broke that down. So guess what? They're going to become the Bowers all over again. They're going to become peasants. Yeah, that's what it means. The word Bauer means peasant.
German.
The German word, yeah. So that's what's going to happen. They're going to result to being peasants again. Okay? Because we had Esau and slavery during the Dark Ages. And they're going to go all the way back to being slaves all over again. But this time it's going to be forever. All right? And then ultimately, once they fulfill their 1,000 years, we're gonna get rid of them, and they not gonna be no more. That's just the difference going, brother. Because when you look at what Esau tried to do with us, try to exterminate us, but we're literally gonna do that to them. Go on, bro.
And he says, this honor of all his saints, praise ye the Lord.
Right, this honor have all his saints praise you the Lord, and the Lord's David praised the Lord on that right now. Okay, so there's no getting away, there's no getting them scot-free. When you look at how everything's operating right now in this life, it seems as though the people that are doing good, they've got them scot-free. Already the Most High is building the case up.
Right.
You see that? So when the Most High has already built this case, now we have the leeway to bring judgment against them. Okay, or to do the things that we want to do to them, but the Most High is building the case. See, that's how Esau operates too. All right, and I'm going to speak about something different as well. About this this Israelite situation that occurred down there in London. I'm going to get to that as well. Go on,
So Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Right, so when they're about to come up and complete their New World Order, that's when the Most High is going to smack that enterprise or that idea to smithereens. Okay? That's what's going to happen. The New World Order agenda is not going to work. It's only going to go so far, and then ultimately the Most High is going to put a monkey wrench into that situation right there. Go on, brother.
And shall rain it upon him whilst he is eating.
What is that which is going to rain upon him? Those missiles, those missiles. Those are going to be the things that's going to rain upon his empire. Okay? That's in the book of Psalms as well. Go on, brother.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
And that shows you it's talking about the missiles. Because what is a bow of steel? Exactly what it is. So it's already, so what's happening right now with the nation is gathering within this third world war, it's written, man. Even the warrior David saw that. All right. Now the prophets that was that came a little after David, they didn't really understand that, but we understand what he's saying now because we're living in the times where they have that technology. Okay, they have the atomic energy, where they can use that energy on that source, make a missile out of it, so they can massively destroy people. That's what that's talking about. So read that again, brother, one more time.
Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Right, so give me the scripture. Matter of fact, keep on.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when they're setting the New World Order, the Lord is going to rain those missiles upon them. That's what this is talking about. The iron weapon, which is shot from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. Hence you have the term ICBM missiles, which stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missiles, which goes from one continent to the next continent. Yeah, please do, brother. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so about read what he had again. He's going to go get some water. Oh, okay, he's going to get, all right. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, finish that, yeah.
Verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Yes, sister, the bow of steel shall strike him through. So is it actually talking about a bow? Come on, a bow can't go from one continent to another continent. That don't make no sense. But what can go from one continent to another continent is the technology that the powers that we already have today, which is known as the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. Okay? So yeah, give me Psalms 11 and 6, brother. What about Kusham?
So Psalms 11 and 6, and it says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest.
Yes, it says upon the wicked he shall what? Rain.
He shall rain snares, fire and brimstone.
So what's going to come out of those snares? Fire and brimstone. So in other words, now this ain't talking about no brimstone. This is metaphorical because when you look at how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, right? The water, brother. When you look at how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by brimstones. Okay?
Nuclear weapons that were used.
What's that?
It was nuclear nukes were used because they went down there and archaeologists took samples and the sand was turned to glass. The only thing that could do that was a nuclear bomb. There was a group of aliens came in.
Nah, that's all enough.
No.
We're not going to go into that. That's not. Let's keep reading, brother.
And there's high radioactivity to this day in the area. It was nukes. It was nukes. You know where the human race
Yeah,
came
when
from?
we have to stop right there.
The human race was created by
He
aliens.
was doing all right, man. But when you said aliens, we not.
Yeah.
And who is known by the multitude of his words, man?
See, you don't have enough knowledge.
Exactly.
You don't have enough knowledge because you haven't done the research.
I think I got two now, man.
And you haven't studied a lot of stuff.
I got you.
Alright, thank you.
I spent 15 years of my life studying this stuff.
That's nice.
And at the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, there was a group of people on this planet who had nuclear weaponry.
Oh, you
In
got
that area, they
let's
talked
read on.
about them being burned to pillars of salt.
All right, let's read that real quick.
1 Timothy 1 and 4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edify, which is faith.
Right, so we're not supposed to deal with foolishness, man. I mean, he was doing good up to when he said aliens.
That's right.
We ain't trying to hear that, man. Let's now we going to Let's read that.
It's at Joel 2 and 1, and it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Right, it says, blow you the trumpet in Zion and sound the alarm in a holy mountain. What is that talking about? Mount Zion. So within Mount Zion, we're supposed to pretty much scream out this word. Okay? Let our people know that they're in the situation. Let's keep going.
Don't go in his face.
Used to be a friend of mine, and he
Don't go in his face. Don't go in his face. Don't go in his face.
Yeah, just relax, man. Chill out.
You can hear you. You don't have to go into somebody's face. It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Right, so it said it is nigh at hand. It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for it is nigh at hand. You understand? So that's exactly what's coming up next. It's trouble. Days of despair. Days of people dying left, right, hand, and center. Famine being seen on the earth. Wars, riots happening. Police coming up against the people. Martial law. So all of these things are gonna come in due time. So all of this messing about, as people do, it's all gonna cease, and it's all in vain. Because what is messing about going to do anyway? It's not going to do anything when it's all said and done at the end of the day. So let's keep reading on that right there.
It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong.
Right.
There have not been ever the like,
I know where this is going.
neither shall there be any more after it.
Yep.
Even to the to the years of many generations.
Right, so what's going to happen is, as it says in Daniel 12, we're going to experience and witness a great devastation that has never been seen on the face of the earth before. Okay? That's what we're going to see in this day and age. Being that this is the last empire of all empires, this empire is going to fall the worst out of all of them. Alright? And that's going to entail a bit of Jacob's trouble. You finished with that, brother?
So it goes on for a while. It says, verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Right, so it says a fire devour before them and a flame burner. What propels the missile? The fire that comes, the thrust that comes under it. That's why it's able to go from one continent to another continent. And because of that nuclear wave. Go on, brother.
It says, the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
So what does that mean? Because the word Eden means peace. I mean paradise, excuse me. So everything was all right, cool and everything. But when those missiles came, it became a desert, man. And that's what America's going to be. America's prophesied to be a complete 5,000 square mile desert.
That's right.
All right, that's where everything's leading up to. This is why you had the situation with the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, and also Iran. They're striking backwards and forwards, missile for missile. So all of that is going to lead up to that great war. Okay, this is one of the main things that we've been prophesying about for years, and now we see it happening. We see this taking place, and China's getting involved in this war as well. Okay, it's going, bro.
And it says, and nothing shall escape them.
And nothing shall escape them. Even man won't escape them. Okay, you think you're going to escape the destruction of the missiles? No. Your Lamborghini ain't going to save you. Your Ferrari's not going to save you.
Right.
Your woman's not going to save you as much as you love her. All right, she's going to be consumed right along with you with it. Okay? But I will say this, you're going to have a select few of men that shall stand here, that shall see the salvation of the Lord. Okay? And they're going to be delivered. And this is why we're here